Funding is said to be a challenge for startups across the country. I caught up with Collins Enubu, Executive Vice Chairman of Signal Alliance. He's an angel investor and one of the founders of Lagos Angel Network. I started by asking him if technology can ever replace oil and gas as a major revenue earner for the country. Enjoy the chat.
I think technology relies on something. Technology has to be a culture before you can replace oil. And what you need to build for technology to ride on has not been built. For a country of 200 million people, it's possible that technology can rival oil. Oil is not really a big industry per se. Or in other words, we've not built the oil industry Nigeria needs. We're just at the rent level. If we build the oil industry Nigeria needs, it's actually help technology grow, become bigger also. So I don't think one should replace the other. I think we should think about building a very big technology industry and a very much bigger oil industry, not just extracting oil, but a real oil industry. So if we have a good transportation system today, use technology to improve it. If you have a good government, use technology to improve government. You use technology to improve aviation. You use technology to improve road infrastructure or management. So you have to build those things, at least at the basic level, and then layer technology on top of it, and that will create better productivity. And then it's like a cycle. Once the cycle starts, it improves, and then you build, it improves, and you build.
Today, a lot of young engineers are trying to build various enterprises, and they're becoming startups. What is your opinion about everything that's happening?
There's always been startups. Every generation has had a startup. Every company you see today started somewhere. When we started this company, it was a startup. And then there was a startup culture, and a lot of us started it. Just that over time, a few fell, a few rise, a few just stay in the middle. We are romanticizing it these days because globally the startup culture is increasing. I think there's a tendency these days because there's funding at early stage, because there's mentoring at early stage. The startups that are starting now get more visibility, more attention, and when they do that, also more funding comes in, and so more of them will succeed, most likely. So it's good. I think it's a good thing.
You mentioned funding. A lot of startups will say that's a major challenge for them. How do we bridge the gap?
If you have a good product, funding is not a problem. There's funding available, but if it goes to those who, I don't want to use the word deserve it, those who have ideas and can execute and can make a return for the funder. The tendency to think that funder is available for you to take, right? The challenge is that if I give you fund, I'm giving it to you because the money is not going to come back to me in multiples. That's the idea of funding. So when you wake up and say, I'm on funding, the first thing is to say, what am I going to return to the person who funds me? So money is available for those who are sure they will return something to the funder. But the truth of the matter is that, like in all things, there are a lot of business ideas that cannot return anything to the funder. So for those people, money will always be scarce.
Are you not being too harsh? The Silicon Valley model that we follow oftentimes, startups get money for various kinds of reasons. Why would our case be different?
A lot of businesses that receive funding in Nigeria are going to fail, sadly.
Not just Nigeria, even
everywhere in the world,
yes,
they're going to fail at every level. Even businesses that take money from banks, which means that those are matured. Some of them still fail. So, you know, it's like it's a funnel, right? It's a funnel. There are 1,000 people that are looking for money, that have ideas that think that get funded. Maybe you fund 5%, that is 5% of 1,000, that's what, 50? Those 50 that get funding will still fail. So a lot of them will still fail. But that means 950 didn't get funding. So funding is not available for everybody who wants it. Funding is available to, even 5% is generous. So the idea is that if you are looking for funding, in every generation that looks for funding, say this year for instance, you have to be the top 5% of those who said we've started a business, and then it is those top 5% that will get funding. But in 5 years, those top 5%, a lot of them are going to fail, still, even with the funding.
A lot of startups, particularly those outside Lagos, say that they've been left out. How can we ensure that we also support them as much as possible?
The funders that will fund you prefer to fund people in Lagos. The private equity companies are in Lagos. The venture capital companies in Lagos. Most of the businesses you want to deal with are in Lagos. So It's a disadvantage, but it doesn't have to be. So as policy